Hello friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. I want you to stop what you're doing. Go to the link in the section below. There is a link for 2 free Audible books from Audio. And what I want you to do is I want you to sign up and I want you to download the audiobook Star Wars Pirates Price. Now this is the second installment for the Flight of the Falcon book. The first one talks about Lando. I haven't read it yet. But this one focuses on my favorite Star Wars character, Hondo Ohnaka. Now, what's interesting is this is a junior grade novel. It's a great read for kids. It's a great read for someone who just wants a fun read. It is an amazing story to listen to. It is narrated by Jim Cummings. So the actual voice of Hondo Ohnaka from the Clone Wars TV show is the guy that reads this, and he does it amazingly well. It is phenomenal. It is, I can't even begin to describe to you how enjoyable this book was. I went through and, I listen to audiobooks when I'm working, when I'm driving, when I'm doing yard work, stuff like that, cleaning around the house. I was shopping yesterday, finishing the last hour of this book, and I was laughing hysterically in places like Costco, my local grocery store. There was a Salvation Army type location, a Deseret Industries, for those of you familiar with Utah. I was laughing hysterically because it was so funny. And I'm sure people thought I was crazy, but it's just an amazing tale. Now, this is, like I said, I think it's a junior grade novel. It's not very long. You can check out the book if you're a reader. I highly encourage to listen to it because it's just so much easier than sitting down and read. I mean, I love reading. I just don't always have the time to sit down and do it. And so since I'm on the go all the time, this is a great tool for me. And essentially, what's funny is, like, if you go to Amazon, you check out the book here, it says, an exciting tale about Han and Chewie and their adventures in the Millennium Falcon with the pirate Hondo. That is misleading. Han and Chewie are in it, and they do play a pretty big part. But the story is Hondo's, and it is phenomenal, guys. It is so amazingly cool. Now, I won't get into, like, any spoilers in this video. I am going to make a follow-up video to this that I'm going to post later this week. I want to give you guys a chance to actually, if you're interested, to actually listen to it, to go out and check it out. But I am so excited because there are some really cool things that I think are going to play a bigger role, that are going to be coming into the larger universe. Now, so a little background about the story. It is essentially the start of the story. It takes place on Blackspire, at the Blackspire outpost on Batuu. For those of you who don't know what Batuu it is a new planet that they are building an entire theme park around in Disneyland, Disney World. It's really kind of cool. We've seen it crop up a couple of novels recently, in the Darth Vader ones and the Thrawn ones. We've seen it a few times. Hondo is running a illegitimate business on Batuu, and he has come into possession of the Millennium Falcon. Now, what's interesting about this is 3 different stories. It's Hondo's first interaction with the Falcon, another interaction, and how he ultimately got his hands on it. It is a fun story. Now, again, this story doesn't take place early on. It takes place throughout the series. So we have some information from when Hondo meets Han and Chewie when they are still relatively young. We have another introduction or another connection with them after the explosion of the Death Star. Actually, the second Death Star even. We even have some moments after the events in episode 7. So it kind of spans the whole series. And man, it is fun. Keep in mind that all books currently for the Star Wars universe will be leading up to, in one form or another, to the launch of episode 9. Now, not everything is going to be directly connected. There's going to be a lot of tangential stuff. There's going to be a lot of, you know, it might help a little bit to figure out who is here and who is there. But guys, I will cry tears of joy if Hondo Ohnaka is in episode 9. Sometimes when I get an audiobook, I'm like, it was okay, you know, especially with some of the Star Wars. I'm like, okay, it was good, and it gave me some information for the future. It put some stuff into context. Sometimes I try out an audiobook that I really don't care for. Audible's really great about like returning stuff. I love it. But guys, hands down, this is a book that you have to get. And that's why I'm leaving a link in the section below. You can try Audible out for two free audiobooks. You don't have to pay anything. Do it. It is amazing, guys. It is so freaking good. I absolutely loved it. I've started listening again for the second time through to pick up some little things that I may have missed on the first listening. I loved it, guys. I absolutely do. Stay tuned for what I think this means for the bigger picture of Star Wars, because I do think this gave us a few clues, and they're small things, but I think they could play a bigger role for the galaxy at large in Star Wars Episode 9, in the sequel trilogy. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. Stay tuned for that video. It will be very spoiler heavy. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. Like, subscribe, share. If you are interested in more videos, book videos, Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes videos, Star Wars videos, any nerd-related video really that I just feel like making, click subscribe. Click the little bell icon to be notified for future videos. Join us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Join us on Discord. Let's talk about this. I love Star Wars. I love nerding out about this stuff. It is so fun to me, guys. I freaking love it. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and as always, my friends, smile and stay nerdy.